Hey guys, M13 here. Long time no talk. I've uploaded a couple of phone videos, my first riding video in a little while, and I'm uploading it. I'm recording it and uploading it today, so I'm in the future. It is Tuesday morning, July 23rd. This to my left here is kind of interesting. I think, see, I'm not even sure what this is. Oh, black people. See, in Asia, black people and white people were like a minority together because everyone else is Asian, so it's really cool. I think I might have been able to call them brothers. Oh, speaking of which, I ran one time I ran into a group of black people at an amusement park, and I said to one, I hope this isn't racist. It's not racist because I didn't mean it in a racist way, but some SJW or whatever is going to take offense. I said to them, they didn't. I could tell English wasn't their first language because they were speaking to each other in a different language. And I said to one of them, Hakuna Matata, and his face just like lit up, the hugest smile. Like evidently that was a language he spoke. I didn't know if it would be or not, but I'm just quoting the Lion King. But when I said Hakuna Matata to a black guy in an amusement park, his face just like he was just on a scale of happiness of 1 to 10, he was like a solid 9.5. And then he came up and just started talking to me in that language, and I'm just like, man, all I got is Hakuna Matata, man. Back the off. No, just kidding. But no, it was true. I really did say it to him, and then he was happy, and I think he was on like a float or something because it was at a parade, and then he just like waved to me, and there's a cute puppy. So this is a life update, even though I haven't started doing that yet. And my original topic for this video was breakfast, because that's what I'm doing. That's how my brain works. I'm going to get breakfast right now, so I'm like, oh, I should make a video about getting breakfast in Taiwan. It's actually extremely interesting because, okay, so I like going here for breakfast. There's a shop here on the right. And see, breakfast in Taiwan is interesting, because you have all these breakfast shops that are like breakfast and breakfast only. They're like this niche market. So this place opens at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and then it closes at like noon. So they're only open 6 hours a day, and there's probably 2 hours of prep before that or something. Some of them will do lunch. That one actually does do lunch. So, but the norm for a lot of them is they open at like 5 a.m. and they close at like 11. Like they're strictly breakfast only. That's it. And I was trying to remember in Canada. I'm from Winnipeg, Canada. That she should be in the Olympics. She rolls fast. There's a lot of wheelchairs around here. I'm going off topic now. There's a lot of wheelchair people around this area, and I discovered it's because there's a social club. There's some kind of like government-sponsored wheelchair place. That's a breakfast shop there on the right. Pretty much anything that's open now will be breakfast. That's not. And then we have, there's one, the red and white. That's breakfast entirely. There's one that's 100% breakfast only. Oh, sorry. And then there's like, and that's another weird thing too. You'll get congregations of them where you have like 3 in a row, and it's which is crazy. It's like. And I always feel guilty. I don't like going to the ones where they're side by side because I don't know which one specifically out of the 3 I'm going to. So I pull up, and then all 3 of them, the bosses look at me like, are you going to our shop or our competition? And then and no matter where I go, I feel guilty. So now I just avoid the ones that have another one next to them because I feel guilty having to choose between the 2. Evidently I have, it's weird. Well, people have said before that I'm the nicest jerk that they know. They used another word, but I don't want to swear because of YouTube's monetization YouTube's algorithms. Yeah, more than once people have said to me I'm the nicest jerk that they know, because I like teasing, I like joking, I like making people feel uncomfortable in a joking way, but I really, really dislike making people feel uncomfortable in a serious way. So it's weird because I kind of play around in this area where I'm stuck on this fine line of like being a jerk and actually hurting someone's feelings, like jokingly being a jerk and actually being a jerk. That's a really good breakfast shop right there. It's called the AP Bar. It's mostly Western breakfasts, but they do have Asian as well and some Japanese choices. And that's another thing too. It's interesting because most breakfast shops will have like Japanese, American, and Chinese. They'll have like 3 different kinds of options, and a lot of it is fusion. Like if you get a burger here, like it's very normal to get a burger for breakfast, but the burgers usually have eggs on them and other stuff that kind of transform it from a regular, like a dinner burger, to a breakfast burger. This is a very, I'll show you this one. Let's go take a look at this one. This is a very traditional Taiwanese breakfast place. You get all sorts of dumplings here that are being steamed. And then as you get inside, you have all this stuff that's like already pre-made. You got rice, you got egg wraps, some kind of crispy fried bread. You got sandwiches, just regular sandwiches. Chinese burgers, which is just some kind of dough wrapped around meat. Dumplings, pot stickers. Everyone thinks I'm crazy. I'm using my sunglasses to record, so I don't actually have a camera or a phone in my hand right now, so I just look insane. Xiao Mei is still the most wonderful dog in the world. Very quiet, very calm, very well behaved. She's completely deaf now. It's I took her to the vet. It's odd because she went from being a little bit hard of hearing to deaf, like overnight. It was weird because every day I walk down the stairs, and every day when I wake up in the morning, she sleeps on the first floor and I sleep on the second floor. And when I walk down the stairs, she hears me coming downstairs and she starts running around. And then one day I walked down the stairs and she didn't come running. And I'm like, oh, is she sick? What's wrong? Why isn't she here to greet me? And she just didn't hear me come down the stairs. And from that day on, she doesn't greet me anymore because she can't hear it. She doesn't, yeah. And even, like, she'll be, like, sleeping in the living room and I'll come down the stairs and I'll call her. And she doesn't move. She's deaf. I think, I think she still retains a tiny amount of hearing, but like it's 5% or less. I have to like scream and be close to her for her to hear it. And then this place, if it's a bit too busy, I sometimes come to this place, which is also a breakfast shop, and they have Diane. They have what's called oily, like those bags there. It's just called like oily rice, and then that's a burger as well. The burger is just some kind of bread, and then they put different meats in it and fold it. Yeah, you're fine. So for this rice, which has like meat, and I don't even know if it has meat. It might not, but it has. If it doesn't have meat, it'll have meat substitutes like tofu and mushrooms and some kind of beans and whatnot, and then some kind of oil. Anyways, but for that costs a single dollar, and it's actually enough for me to film me. You should see the looks I'm getting from people. Because not only am I talking to myself like a madman, I'm also speaking a language they don't understand. So I'm just some guy walking around, acting insane. And that's the breakfast shop right there, the yellow. Yeah, see, it's what time is it? Yeah, it's 7:47. It's 7:45 in the morning. So the only places open are breakfast places for the most part. which makes them really easy to find. But it's crazy because, like, I'm thinking back, like, what did I do for breakfast in Canada? And the answer was I always pretty much had cereal. Not because I love cereal so much, but because there was no other choice. Like, you either made your own breakfast, or you went to, like, McDonald's or Burger King, you know, like it was either fast food breakfast menu or nothing. Like, I can't think of any other. And then here's the spot where we have multiple. Check this out. So that's a breakfast place. That's a breakfast place. That's a breakfast place. And that's a breakfast place. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. You got 4 of them side by side right there. So yeah, it's just amazing the options you have, and they're different. You know, every place. They're generally they're similar. You have different styles. Most of them have this kind of American Asian fusion thing going on, but some of them are pure Asian, like the one I just walked into. Anyways, that's it for that. I do. If you're still here, I'll skip to something a bit more interesting. Although I might put it in the title of the video. I'm going to court today. I still have some evidence I need to prepare before I go to court. There's Domino's Pizza. I'm going to take you guys to another breakfast area. That's the theme of the video. Yeah, I'm going to court today. Someone's suing me for breaking an entry. Not even joking. Not at all. So yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, I guess in theory, there's a small chance I could be going away to jail for breaking an entry. Oh, I don't think it's breaking an entry only. I think it's breaking an entry and kidnapping. I think that's what I'm being charged with. I should just leave it at that, because I'm not joking. I'm speaking the honest truth. I'm going to court today. I'm being charged with, or someone's pressing charges of breaking an entry and I think kidnapping. So I have to go and defend against that. But as you can tell by my tone and demeanor, it's not. I'm not worried. It's simply my son JD. He phoned me from his mom made him walk to school one day, and then she went off to do something, and then he didn't make it to school. He was crying and depressed, and he threw up. So he turned around and he went back home, and he phoned me. And he was talking about suicide. My son is 10 years old. So I had a suicidal 10-year-old phone me while crying, and I went to, okay, what are we doing here? So I went to, this is rush hour traffic, by the way, so. It's very, I avoid rush hour like the plague. This is a very unique experience for me right now. Yeah, so my son phoned me and he was distraught, to say the least, and so I jumped on my scooter. I went to his house. He was home alone and talking about suicide, so I went to his house and I picked him up, and that's it. So she's charging me with breaking an entry because I went into his house to get him, although I knocked and he opened the door. I didn't break an entry. And she's charging me with kidnapping for taking my suicidal 10-year-old to the hospital. I took him to the hospital. I had him see like a psychiatrist and whatnot. So yeah. So that's my day today. Speaking of which, I am also, I got a lawyer. Not for today. Today I don't need a lawyer. Today's a joke. But I did get a lawyer to try to save my son from the hell that he's living in, the hell that's making him talk talk about suicide and other horrific things on a regular basis. My son, a while back, asked me what would happen if he cut his mom with a knife. And I'm like, and I was with other people when he said that. There were other witnesses. It was one of my customers on one of my tours. And if that customer is watching, let me know. Send me a message on Facebook or something, because I would like to get proof that there was someone else there. She thinks I taught him to say that, which is ridiculous. He just said it himself spontaneously. Yeah, so I asked him, like, why, what? And he said that he wants to keep a knife. Here's another breakfast shop. And there's going to be more on both sides. Another one. I think we passed another one. They're generally like, there's breakfast. This one is as well. Yep, there you go, another breakfast shop. Another one. Another one. Another one. And then 7-Eleven, which is like an ultimate breakfast shop, because it's got a bit of everything. Yeah, let's just get off the road for a second here. And this is a parking lot with only scooters and motorcycles. Let's see if we can find anything interesting. There's a Vespa over here. Yeah, so, oh yeah, the knife thing. He said that he wanted to keep a knife under his pillow so that when his mom came in to attack him, he could just use it to defend himself, because he's sick of always being afraid. And with that in mind, I got a lawyer. So I'm battling for custody. We've been to court once. There was a period of 2 or 3 months where I didn't see my son at all, because as soon as I started to battle her for custody, she stopped letting me visit him, which is illegal. So the first time we went to court was kind of like a mediation day towards custody, but on the mediation day it was also brought up that she's denying me visitation, and a judge signed a paper saying that she has to let my son's mine on the weekends, and she absolutely has to. If she denies me visitation on the weekend even once, or each time she doesn't allow me to see my son on the weekend, she gets fined $1,000 by the Taiwanese government. I don't see the money, which it seems like I should get the money, but because I'm the one that's being denied. But no, it's like a government fine. So at least I'm guaranteed to see my son every weekend, which is like something I've literally never had before. She used to let me see him fairly regularly on the weekends, but she would always like leave it to the last minute, so I couldn't even make plans with my friends on the weekends or anything. My friends would be like, do you want to do something Saturday? Do you want to do something Sunday? Do you want to do something Friday night? And I'm like, I don't know, because I don't know when or if I'll have my son and for how long. Yeah, and that's what it's been like for the last 4 frickin' years since I left her, since we separated. Yeah, and now at the very end of the video, or when most people have already shut off, I'm going to say, if you're still here and you want to help with this, I do have a GoFundMe page for lawyer costs. I'm not asking for much, I just enough for the lawyers. Yeah, so the link for that is in the video description. Yeah, and that's my update. That's my day. My dog's deaf, my son is in hell and battling to get out, and I have lots of breakfast choices. Silver lining to every cloud. Later, guys. Alright, I'm on my way home. I noticed a little breakfast shop that's not too far from where I live, and I have no idea what they sell, or no clue. But I thought I'll check it out. Whatever it is, I'll buy something. I do this sometimes because I can't read Chinese. I don't really know what these places serve, like this thing here. So I usually I'll just go up and say, give me something, and then maybe I'll like it. Maybe I'll start buying it on a regular basis. But I won't know unless I try. And the prices are cheap. Most expensive thing on there is $1.20. They got sandwiches. They got some kind of bread and egg cut up together. I guess it's a danbing, and that's a bag of white rice, which is weird. Yeah. So 那个是饭，这个是蛋饼是不是？蛋饼这个，对，萝卜糕。哦，那个是萝卜糕蛋饼。没有，我只是问，我还没选择。好，萝卜糕。嗯？要加蛋吗 ？Yeah， 加蛋的。加蛋。是多少？35块。OK。要不要饮料？有什么饮料？都有咖啡的吗？咖啡吗 ？Yeah。冰咖啡。或是。已经想好了，可以吗 ？Yeah。我喜欢冰的。OK。多少？65。65。好，谢谢。好，这样就这个呀。Yeah, so I think it's like kind of like I don't even know what it is. It's like tofu. I'm not sure if it really is tofu. And then I got a cold coffee as well. So yeah. OK， 姐弟，你刚刚说你难过了，因为你压力太高。你说你每一天都要什么？
什么都是我的错，都要一直道歉。